I was not originally that hyped for The Mandalorian Season 3. I wasn't counting down the months or the days. I didn't even know that The Mandalorian premiere was this week until a few days ago. Maybe it's because I was so hyped off of Andor that I was willing to wait a little while until the next Star Wars thing came out. Maybe I was a little bit burned out by the looking up the release dates. But I think we can all agree that this is going to be a lot of fun. Is it going to be major, groundbreaking, ultra important, impactful lore that has huge ramifications on the greater Star Wars universe? Or is it just going to be a fun time? I don't know, and I don't really care all that much. So I hope you guys will join us tonight as we talk about that, get into what we are excited for, what we could see in this third season of The Mandalorian, and where it could go from here. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. We're going to get into some other things as well tonight. Really fun show planned for you guys. I hope you enjoy it, so stick around right here on Coffee on Korriban. As Dale says right there, this is the way. So you may notice my voice is a little off. I'm just getting it back. It's been gone for about a week. Speaking of being gone, I've been gone for a little while. A lot of family stuff and personal stuff and vacation and moving and a lot of stuff and not a whole lot of Star Wars. And all of a sudden, Mandalorian Season 3 is here. And I feel so unprepared, but I wanted to have this stream just to kind of talk about what we are hyped for about this show. Not really as much what are we going to expect and theorizing, because that's not really my forte. You guys know that. I am not a theorizer. I don't dig into the little details and read the Arabesh and tell you guys what's going to happen in the next episode. That's not what I do. What I do, first off, I enjoy it. I enjoy things that Disney happens to give us that's Star Wars related. But beyond that, I like to dig into why we like those things and the philosophical reasons behind why we enjoy certain things. So I apologize for my absence, but I am back, and we will be getting out those reactions and breakdowns and little quick deep dives into The Mandalorian Season 3 like we did with Andor. So if that is when you joined my channel in this community during the Andor happenings, get ready for more of that. That's what I enjoy doing, and we will be doing lots more of that. Let's say hello to the people in chat, and then we will bring in my guest, one of my favorite people on the entire planet. Blondie Boy, here's a sip for you. Aussie Star Wars Nerd, here's a sip for you. How many subscribers are you at now, Aussie? I know you're going up, and I know you're doing awesome. I'm really glad to see that. Aiden S., here's a sip for you. Dale, here's a sip for you. Dawn, here's a sip for you. Resolute, here's a sip for you. And Blonde Boy, you already got a sip. Resolute Rebellion, I probably have seen that name before, but if this is your first time, I apologize and welcome. Hope you enjoy your time here. So, like I said in the intro, we are going to be talking about what we are getting hyped about this season. I've got a couple things on my mind already that I wanted to talk about, but I want to hear the opinion of my guest as well. So let me bring him in after I find a clip. This one works good enough.
Oh, it is so good. That's not where it's really good. Hello.
It's good to see you again.
Good to see you. You got a different background.
I do have a different background. This is the new...
I have a different background too.
Oh, you do as well. Where do you...
Yeah.
Playing Super Mario Brothers?
Yeah, I'm out in the outside the house.
Oh. Outside the house.
The house with a big floodlight.
No, up against the brick wall.
To work. Yeah.
Oh, you couldn't get it to work?
Could not.
Bummer. First off, I'm going to ask you this question. I'm going to ask the chat as well. All of you guys in chat answer this as well. Scale of 1 to 10. How hyped are you for this third season of The Mandalorian? This
Are we
is
waiting for
to
chat?
you as well.
Okay, I'll tell you. I'm pretty excited. On a scale of 1 to 10, probably 7, just because we've had a lull after Andor, and it's like I
Hmm.
need something new. It's out there. It's already done. I'm ready to watch it. So probably a 7. I'm like I don't have great expectations. I know it's a different style, and so I'm not even going to try to compare it to Andor. It's just a totally different style, and it'll
Yeah.
be a fun ride.
I
So
think that's what's holding me back from being fully on board on this hype train is Andor. It was so up my alley. It was exactly what I wanted
mine
out
too.
of that show. That kind of looking back on Mandalorian 1 and 2, it's like, yeah, it was fun, but like it's not really what I love.
Hmm.
So I think for that reason, it's a little tough for me to get that hyped about the Mandalorian. But then I realize exactly what you were saying is just it's going to be so fun. Like that's just I don't need to worry about all the details of writing. Like, oh, this is the best script ever written in Star Wars or anything like that. I just need
Yep,
to
and I don't expect it to
focus
be.
on having fun.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, let's read some of
This is
these.
laughing at Aiden's comment. Went from the you haven't ported the wall.
I did see that. I did see that. Quite the downgrade. Man, that's rough. Resolute's ready to get his Mando on. Morian is going to shoot up the bad guys and unshoot the good guys. Sounds about right. Background has great depth, looks terrific. I hope you're talking about the bricks. Yes, I did. I did extend my background. There's more space back there. It's not a green screen. It's an actual background. I did
I love the
consider.
colors, by the way.
Thank you.
They look great.
I can change them, but I like this kind of blue and green.
Now I remember you had like 12 remotes.
I do. I do.
That's ridiculous.
I do. I'm down to 3 right now. I've minimized. I'm only using 3 remotes.
Good.
But these are all just cheap Walmart lights. So what? They don't talk to each other. They're not smart. But I did consider setting up the background once, and then using that picture as a green screen behind me.
Oh,
But it just wouldn't look as authentic.
you can do it for an emergency.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Your TV's flexing.
I know it's supposed to be like thunder and lightning and planes flying by on Coruscant
Gotcha.
back there.
Got-
I don't know why it flickers. Quick story before we get into the Mando stuff. You guys all know that my studio, as far as like editing videos and uploading stuff, is my cell phone. This is a new one. I dropped my old one onto the carpet, and it decided that the screen wasn't going to work except for 3 pixels. So I had to get a new one, but none of the data was backed up. So all my logos, intros, songs, everything is gone.
Aw.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a little while. So that's why I haven't made any videos in the last week, is because of that. I haven't had a phone, and then this one finally came in the mail, so I can do stuff, but I don't have any of my logos and stuff. And it's a big mess,
Ouch.
but yeah. I scammed you of a sip. I gave you the first sip.
You did get the first sip. I saw
Here,
that.
I'll give you another one.
I'll give you one too. There you go.
All right, let's get into these ratings. Blondie Boy says 6 out of 10. And JD636 says 8. Ozzy says 8. Less hyped because of Grogu being back so soon. That is something we can talk about a little bit later. Was that a good thing or a bad thing that they did that in the Book of Boba Fett? Aiden says an 8 out of 10. I'm excited, but I don't know why.
Cantina gives you a good point.
Oh, first off, hello, scoundrels. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing all right. Haven't talked to you in a little while. Isn't there a way to extract everything when you connect it to the PC? If I could get it to turn on, probably. Unless there's a super secret way where the phone is off and it allows you to extract the data. Because what happened was I dropped it and it had 3 pixels illuminated. I kind of like twisted the phone and then like a strip on the left illuminated. So the phone was on, screen didn't display anything. I couldn't, the touch function didn't work on the screen. I did a hard reset and it never came back on. So not even the 3 pixels anymore. So
It might be on.
maybe,
You just might not be able to see it.
No, because when it's on, it was still putting out the sounds like when it first turns on and it does like a notification sound, or you touch the fingerprint reader on the back and it vibrates because it's like, hey, you just turned on your thing. Type in your passcode. So maybe I'll still work on it, but as of right now, no, it's a bummer.
Yeah, it should auto back up too, because it is Pixel.
Yeah, points off for Grogu. Let's talk about that. And yes, if I didn't have so many videos and downloaded pictures and audio and everything for all of my YouTube stuff for the last year on the phone, it was out of storage and I didn't pay the extra money for extra storage. Bummer. But Resolute says Grogu, that's what we're going to talk about. So was it a mistake for them to bring back Grogu to Din Djarin so quickly? What do you think about that?
You mean in the previous episodes what we already had?
Well, we left off with him going with Luke Skywalker. If you think all the way back to the Luke Skywalker hallway scene and yay, and it's so sad, now he's separated and he's gone. And we were under the assumption that we weren't going to see Grogu again until Mandalorian Season 3. Well, the Book of Boba Fett became the Book of Mandalorian, and we got 2 episodes where we got training with Luke, which was awesome. I'm not complaining about that. I don't think anyone is. But then there was left with a choice, another cliffhanger. Like, do you choose to go back to your father? Do you choose the lightsaber and become a Jedi?
Yep.
We got the answer to that in the Book of Boba Fett. So was that a mistake of getting him reunited with Din Djarin?
No, I don't think so.
Early.
I think it was okay. I mean, they didn't really do anything with it other than give us a pointer.
Yes, if I'm sure there's some way to treat it as like an external hard drive and just pull everything off, even if the phone is not turned on. There's probably a way to do that.
So no, I don't think it was a problem at all. I think it was okay that they did that.
Yeah, I don't really care all that much, which I hate to say that is kind of how I'm feeling about Mandalorian Season 3 as a whole. I really want to care. But when it comes to Grogu being reunited with Din Djarin too early, it doesn't really sway me either way. I think that there were better ways that they could have done that. I do think it was rushed, so maybe if you want to take that as a hint that I guess that I'm saying that they should have waited until Mandalorian Season 3, then sure. Unless there is so much lore and reuniting of the clans and the Mandalorian, like, new Civil War, whatever we're going to get in this season, unless there's so much of that they had to have the Grogu stuff tied up before even going into it. That's maybe a possibility, but I don't really know. I don't know. Oh, also, do you remember that super chat video I said I was going to make?
You answered the question.
What question?
Oh, I thought you were going to answer the super chat question.
Oh, no, unless someone did a super chat. I don't know. But then remember the video I said I was going to make?
Yeah.
With the George Lucas at the end?
Yeah.
I did make that. So whenever a super chat comes in,
it's ready to go. It's on the docket.
It's ready to go. It is. Where is it? It's right.
Your Highness, the transmission we received. What is it they've sent us?
For now. Jordan was laughing pretty hard.
It's a good.
So she liked it. Well. So if anyone wants to super chat, there's a
you get to see the rest of it.
Yeah. Let's see. Scoundrels, let me catch up on his comments. In all honesty, I'm really done with the Mandoverse because I see absolutely no point in the story if it can even be called that, simply leading to nothing and it has no purpose but money.
Yeah, I think a lot of people feel that.
That's a way to look at it.
Yeah. It's common.
I suppose I might be feeling that way just a little bit as well after Andor, because Andor felt so consequential in the same way that Rogue One does. And I guess that's sort of the way that I see The Mandalorian with, say, Solo. Like, fun, but it's not really that important. Like, what are the important things that we got in Solo? If you can even remember that. He got the Millennium Falcon. We already knew he did that.
We got the backstory of the speed
how he
record.
got his name and we didn't need it. Yeah, we didn't really need that stuff versus the formation of the rebellion is like crucial to the original Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
And so I guess
He was always a fringe character with the rebellion anyways. He never even wanted to be in it.
Right.
He was doing it for money, and then he just got sucked in.
And so I guess that's maybe how I'm feeling with Mandalorian and how a lot of other people are feeling as well. What Scoundrels Cantina just touched on there is what is the point? Other than being a cash grab and selling toys and subscriptions to Disney Plus, what is the purpose behind it? Why do we need this story right now? So I guess I can agree with that. Scoundrel says, because of principle, I won't be covering anything for Mando 3, especially because I remember what they did to Gina. I remember that as well. I've seen a lot of pretty funny memes. I don't know if you're aware with any of the drama behind her firing Cara Dune.
Drama.
Yeah. But there's so many memes of like the opening credits for the premiere of Mandalorian Season 3 says Cara Dune's X-Wing crashed. And that's it. And they're like no other explanation. I've seen a lot of memes. Next says, missing the stream tonight, but we'll finish watching Mando Season 2 with the wife now. Have fun with father time. We will.
Yep.
Good to see you.
Yep.
Have a good night. Enjoy your time. I think Dave Filoni and John said they don't really have a plan for the end of Mando, which I don't like. That's worrisome. Every good character needs an end, or else they eventually get ruined or tiresome. What is it that the Grand Inquisitor said? You were amusing for a time, but now it is tiresome. Hello. I actually do want to watch Kenobi again. There's a lot of Israel. There's a lot of chats. Let me catch up on them. Glad to be here. Admit that I'm looking forward to Mando 3. I don't feel super hyped or anything. Yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling.
I'm just okay. I'm ready for it, but I'm not like dying that it's here.
Now,
I was excited. I realized when I realized that it was like very soon. I did get excited. I was like, cool, we're ready to go.
Yeah, and I didn't even realize
just to get something started.
It was this week until a couple days ago. I didn't even know. So, maybe, and I'm gonna keep my hopes up and my eyes open for the possibility that the first episode will really blow my socks off, and then I'll be like really into the story. Revenge does wonders for the will to live, don't you think? Yep, that's exactly it. Carol will die in Moff Gideon's escape. I don't know how they're going to do away with her character. So, anyway.
Maybe she just
something that I am excited for is the lore. Learning about the Mandalorian culture, about what do they call it, the Night of 1,000 Tears, when their home was exploded and turned to glass. Just the lore aspect of it, I am pretty excited for. Because I don't know a whole lot about it. I still have not watched all of the Clone Wars, and I know they get into it a little bit more in there. So I will. Yeah,
I like Resolute Rebellion. I'm feeling the same way. That's where I'm
at. Just nice to have something to carry us over. Really want Andor Season 2, which won't be for a while. Yeah, man, that's really all I want. and the numbers coming out of Andor, I want to redo that full and see what the difference is. But I really do want to find out how people are still feeling, because the numbers were pretty astonishing after Andor Season 2 or Andor Season 1 finished. Most people, the show they were most excited for was Andor Season 2.
Yep.
At least in my little corner of YouTube. But
and the and watching Mando 3 on a proper home theater will be exciting.
Say that again?
I said watching Mando 3 on a proper home theater.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Everyone, I got to experience his home theater setup, watching a couple things while we were visiting out there, and yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Better than watching it on a computer screen, that's for sure. Nova says, I'm here with most people in the chat. I'll watch, but I'm not excited about it. I'm not sure how they can top off that amazing episode of Chapter 16. That is another good point. I didn't even mute that, did I?
You don't have a button, cough button. There you go.
It's very slow. That is a good point. The last Mandalorian we've seen, if you don't count the Book of Boba Fett, was the Luke hallway scene, which is kind of a revival for a lot of people for their love of Star Wars. It's very important.
It's
and
hard to remember that it was that long ago.
It feels like it was
a while.
It feels like it was like 6 or 7 years ago.
It was.
I know it hasn't been that long.
No, but it still was a long time ago. We had Andor.
3 years, was
Boba
it?
Fett. We had. It probably doesn't feel that long ago because there was so much Mandalorian and Boba Fett.
Yeah, it maybe that was a good thing that they included a little bit of Mandalorian stuff in the Book of Boba Fett for that reason, to hold us over and keep us remembering that storyline. Because if we hadn't had anything with Din Djarin or Grogu or Luke in the Book of Boba Fett, would it have even felt like a longer time ago? Mm-hmm. Like maybe it would. It was Andor 6 years ago in Andor years. No, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Good to see you, Charlie. Very good to see you. Well, let's take a quick break from this, and let's get into the way the news goes, if I can find the stinger. There it is.
The Republic will be reorganized into the first galactic empire.
So Google recommended this article to me the other day, and based on the title, I was intrigued. And I wanted to learn more about it, and I thought I would share it here with all of you. So the title was Luke Skywalker's Amazing New Battle. It's very vague. But okay, Luke Skywalker's Amazing New Battle. And I'm thinking, is this a new comic that they announced? A new book? Like, is he doing something in... I don't even know. I'm a little bit intrigued. The sub-headline is Mark Hamill gives English language air raid alerts in Ukraine, ending with, May the Force be with you.
Is it cheesy?
Get it? You for Ukraine?
Yep.
Anyway, the article goes on.
It
sounds like something out of Star Wars, and it is. English speakers in Ukraine hear someone who may sound eerily familiar on their phones in post-air raid all-clear messages on their air alert apps. It's the actor Mark Hamill saying in his Luke Skywalker voice that the danger has passed. So this is his amazing new battle.
Is he really doing this?
It goes on to say, don't be careless, your overconfidence is your weakness. Later came the all clear in the Jedi Knight's voice. The air alert is over. May the Force be with you. Mark Hamill is doing the air raid all clear alert stuffs in Ukraine. And it goes on. Harrison Ford as Han Solo will deliver other messages, and a Ukrainian language post on Telegram had a line in English for all involved. May the Force be with you. So,
wow.
I was a little bit underwhelmed based off of the title talking about Luke Skywalker's amazing new battle. And I know there's some people that are real hyped up about the war effort as they see it. Apparently Luke Skywalker is on the front lines.
Oh my god.
That's the article that Google recommended to me. I was a little bit intrigued, and then I was just a little confused, and I had to share that confusion with all of you because that is the way the news goes.
The Republic will be reorganized into the first galactic empire.
Wow. Doesn't seem like he would do something like that. I guess he did.
It seems like he would do something like that. It's Mark Hamill. I've heard him do stuff.
I guess he does voiceovers, so.
Yeah. I'm not going to get too political on here. I have two different opinions on the whole deal at the very same time. We have a politics channel in Discord. If any of you guys want to talk that, join the Discord. And
I'm 50% Ukrainian, so there you go.
yes. What does that make me? 25?
25.
Let me try. Oh,
Wow.
I hit a shortcut. I was trying to type something. And if I do that, will Nightbot put my Discord link in? I don't think so. Never mind. Yeah, facing Putin with a laser sword. Apparently, Mark has donated drones to the Ukraine. Interesting. Unless I'm mistaken, the Ukraine is in Russia, but Ukraine is the country. I think there's an actual place in Russia called the Ukraine. I don't recall. Maybe. Yeah, there's a lot more nuance, as the kids call it, to the whole story than what you typically see on the news. I think the war is real. I think those dealing with the war should be taken seriously, but the truth is that far too many people springboard off conflict to boost themselves and their ego. Yeah, it's the people that put the flag in their bio to prove to their friends how virtuous they are, and that's what they also call virtue signaling. Not about that. I'm a very political guy. Just not publicly. Yeah, the phone message is mightier than the sword. Mightier than the laser sword. Yeah, Liberty quote was Padme. Yes.
All right.
So anyway. Okay, getting back to Mando. I'm going to turn this over to you guys in the chat. What are you the most hyped for? And if not hyped, what are you most excited for? What are you hoping to get out of The Mandalorian Season 3?
Yeah, I think we keep lowering it. Just what do you want to get out of it?
Yeah. Well, come on, guys. Hype train.
Hype.
All right.
No,
what are you
hype.
excited for? Okay. I don't know.
What do you think
want?
you'll see?
Ethan Doe. Who do you think is going to be the most likely cameo? Great question. I will let you go first on that. I don't think I've seen you here before, Ethan. So if I haven't, here's a sip for you.
Ethan Doe.
Ethan Doe. Who do you think is going to be the most likely cameo? Chat, you guys can answer this as well.
And that's the thing. Do we see now Mando as the avenue for cameos? Are we expecting
That's kind of
those?
what it feels like.
Yeah.
It's kind of what it feels
you
like.
You wouldn't expect that from Andor.
Bro, I know who you are. Never mind. I'm sorry. Yes, that's sort of what it feels like, because I remember with Andor, we were all like, oh, who's going to be the cameo? Who's going to be the cameo this week? And then there just weren't any cameos. And I think it was one of the showrunners who said originally, there's nothing thrown in for fan service. If it's in the story, it has a purpose. And it really did play out like that. It was shocking to see how true that ended up being. Versus Mandalorian 1 and 2. It did feel like cameo of the week almost.
Yeah.
So
it was still fun.
Yeah, and that's what I'm gonna circle back around.
That's what we were fed at
say.
the time, and then we have Andor, so we're going back to fun.
Yeah. When I was a child, I spoke as a child. I did things as a child. Now that I am grown, I put away childish things. Whatever that verse is, I forget the reference. But yeah, it does feel like that. And I'm not saying that's necessarily bad. It may not
Totally
be
different thing.
the
It's
mature level of quality that I personally appreciated from Andor. That's the storytelling that I personally like, but other people might not have liked that. They might have. I mean, how many times did we hear complaints about people saying there was not enough action in Andor? It was a lot. I heard a lot of that. A lot of memes calling it a snooze fest. And so for most people, that's probably not their taste. And the cameo of the week doesn't bother them at all. And so it has its place. All these different things have their place, and I'm just going to enjoy it as much as
Dale.
I can.
Dale's going down.
I'm sorry. Going downhill. All right.
It'll get exciting when it starts.
All right, hold on. Let me revamp the stream then. Let me What's going on, guys? It's your boy Coffee on Korriban. We're gonna get so hyped up on this hype train for the Mandalorian season 3. That's right, 3, not 1, not 2, 3. Season 3. Can you believe it's already been the 3rd season? We're gonna get so hyped on this. I can't do that. How do those other YouTubers make so much money by doing that? I don't get it. What's going on, guys? It's your boy. Oh, yes, there it is. Resolute's got it. When I was a child, I spoke as a child, I thought as a child, I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I gave up childish ways. 1 Corinthians 13:11. On the money. There's a sip for you. You know what? I'm going to play a video for that because that was perfect. Who wants to lick the batter?
That was the best video for that.
Yep, I guess. All right. Caffeine double shots. I may be cringed. Yeah, it's cringy. I used to watch a couple channels that had in shows like that. It's a bummer. I love Ahsoka as a character, but I'm tired of seeing her because she is in 7 Star Wars shows, which is now 5 shows too much. Clone Wars, Rebels, all good, but the rest is overkill. Yeah, and that's
fair.
One cameo I hope we do not get is Ahsoka.
More Ahsoka.
In Mando 3.
Doesn't she get her own
I
show?
know. Yes, then that's
Maybe they're
why.
trying to build up the
No.
interest in her
That's
show.
why because there's going to be Ahsoka fatigue.
Yeah.
If you get too much Ahsoka and you get to the Ahsoka show, why do you need it?
What else do you have?
Yeah. So I hope that there is no Ahsoka cameo. As much as I know that's Dave Filoni's baby, that's his pet project, his child, I really hope they do not include Ahsoka in this season of The Mandalorian. I really hope they take it seriously in this season. They focus on the lore, give us the different factions of the Mandalorians, why they split up, what happened during the Night of 1,000 Tears, I think it's called. Unless Ahsoka's taking away Grogu, yeah. Really killed Ahsoka when it comes to fatigue. Yeah, I agree.
Now, do you know if they finished filming Mando 3 before Andor series was finished playing?
I believe so.
Okay.
From
So
what
I hope they don't change gears in Mando and try to make it more like Andor, because that just wouldn't work either.
I don't see them doing that. It's a totally different group
Yeah.
of writers and producers and everything. I wouldn't see them doing it. Maybe going forward, they take a little inspiration from Andor and say, okay, they can absorb more character-driven stories or more drama. Like the audiences, they're how am I trying to say this? Maybe Disney will get a hint after Andor that there is an appetite for that sort of stuff.
Yep.
The more mature type of storytelling. What I don't think they'll do is apply that to every project going forwards. They know not to do that. And it wouldn't work with Andor or anything animated. But as far as I remember on the timeline, I believe primary filming has been done for about a year on Mando 3. I think that's not my forte as far as production and release and that sort of stuff. Mm-hmm. But I remember hearing kind of that it's been done before we got Andor, at least. So I don't think there was any kind of cross-influence. Unless there was some talk behind the scenes when Andor was in pre-production talking about like, hey, we're going to give it a little bit more serious of a tone. But then again, we have gotten serious tones from The Mandalorian before. It's just mostly lighthearted.
Dale's got spreadsheets.
I got to go work on some spreadsheets. I'm excited. I'm sorry. Here's a sip for you. Have a good night. Yeah, you were on the money with that, like, hype train. All right, what do you guys want? All right, I'll enjoy it, I guess.
It's a total letdown.
Yeah, filming wrapped in March 2022. Yeah, that sounds about right. I want more Andor. It just looked way too good compared to Kenobi Boba. I'm happy to have different stuff, though. That's another thing.
I don't remember your name.
Visually,
Hurian.
I don't either. Hurian, here's a sip for you. If this is your first time, then welcome. But that's another thing. There was a video I saw a little while ago. It was like a 7-minute video, and it was just a compilation with music, no words, just music, of all of the cinematography from Andor. The shots of the planets, of the ships coming in, of the back of someone's head and the lens pulling out, the symmetry of all the architecture, and it was just beautiful. And it blew my mind that all of that was in one show. So I'll have to find that video and maybe put it in Discord for you guys to check out. But visually, Andor was amazing, and the practical sets really helped with that as well. Let me see this message just a second. Talk about something.
So I'm looking at your comment there, Aiden, on the bad fighting and the claustrophobic sets and stuff. Now, I can't remember. Put it in chat if you do. Did they film that during the time of COVID when it was all locked down and they had, couldn't do big sets, couldn't do big groups of people, et cetera, like that? So that could have been it. I don't know.
Ooh, great point. You're absolutely right. So as far as I remember, Mando 2 was during the lockdown.
Yeah, I remember that. And they had to come up with new technology for filming all the stuff.
So that might be why we got a lot of the burnout of the volume, which is a fantastic technology. No one's arguing that.
Yeah.
But it felt overused, and that's why when we got to Andor and we got all these realistic sets, it felt so fresh and new and real.
Yeah.
So maybe they had to use more of that than they would have liked, and that contributed to that kind of claustrophobic
they may not have had
feeling.
a choice, so.
Yeah. So I'm hoping for more space. Kind of like how I have it here. A little bit more space. I really want to play that video. I wish I could play that video. The one I'm thinking about. I'll show you after the stream if nothing comes through. I'm happy with it. That's fair with COVID, but even so, the volume thing did not work well for Kenobi. It worked wonders for Mando, but it was some of the downfall for Kenobi. Yeah, maybe it just didn't work well with the lightsabers out during those fight scenes. Maybe. But I think, and I said this a long time ago, the volume is sort of like the CGI of today. Because remember when CGI first started coming out, we had some really awesome examples of it with Jurassic Park as an example, stuff that still almost holds up today. But there were other examples where it was totally overused and it looks awful. It's this brand new technology and it looks so good, but it ages super, super quickly.
We were just watching Air Force One the other day, like 2 days ago. It was even know what it is. So bad.
I don't even know what it is.
So
I don't even know what it is. But it makes me think, is the volume going to be sort of like that? Like, we'll, years from now, look back on Mando 2 Kenobi and think like, oh, yeah, I can tell. That's on a stage. Is it just a cool technology that they're taking advantage of and really using, but not sparingly enough to where it's effective?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. There's something going on in Discord right now. If any of you guys in the chat watching are not in the Discord, join the Discord, because there was something. I gotta check out what's going on in Discord. Someone tagged me. Okay, hold up. Let me save this. Save image as. Let me get this all ported over here. Something funny going on in Discord.
You pulling it up?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up. It's that. Someone screen captured my face, and it'll probably be turned into an emoji in Discord. So, if any of you guys are not in Discord,
when my beard went up around the hat and somebody made the
yes, and I think that's still in there
it's
as an
still in
emoji.
there.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew you guys were the ones up to it. Sus T, let me know if you want the invite. This is kind of the end of the show. We're just kind of talking, hanging and chilling out. Already made it an emoji.
Oh, nice.
Awesome. So if any of you guys are watching and you're not in the Discord server, in the description of this video, there is a link to join the Discord server. And we got a lot of different channels in there, not just Star Wars, a lot of other stuff to talk about. But that's so funny. Pull it up again.
Nice.
It's pretty awesome. I didn't even know what I was saying.
You were saying about...
Started talking about the Mark Hamill Ukraine thing. Okay. That's so funny. Oh, it is an emoji already. That's awesome. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. You guys are the best. All right. Dawn says the actors had to pretend with green screen. They are in the moment in the volume. Listen to Katie Sackhoff's recent interview. Yeah, it's very possible. Oh, my background. My Coruscant. My lovely Coruscant. It'll come back. There we go. Yeah, that there is something to be said for that. But I guess another thing that you have to keep in mind is that what the actors are seeing in the volume is basically just the correct colors. They don't get to really see the background because the background moves with the camera, if that makes sense. So in frame in the camera, it's seeing the background correct. The actors see it moving around them, as far as I understand it. But I bet even just that helps, as opposed to a green screen or blue screen. You look back in the making of the prequels, it was like a bench that they would sit on and then just blue, and they had to pretend for the rest of it. So there probably is something to that the volume helps put you in the scene a little bit better. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I was really wanting to have a game planned for tonight, but I lost all the stuff again. I just got to get that back.
No.
We can. If you have a Sporkle, we can pull it up and nail it.
Real quick.
Banging on his armrest.
Oh my God.
Or I can just give everyone a sneak preview to the super chat video. No, I'll save it. I'll save it for a special occasion. I like how Sus T just says hello there. I'm like, hey, you can join. And then he just disappears.
All right, I'm going to send you a link. You do not have permission to send
link?
messages in this channel. Huh? All right, let me send it. I send it directly to you.
I'm older than you. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Okay, there you go. I got it.
All right. Are you screen sharing or just send it?
Oh, I sent it to through Discord.
Okay. I see it. Oh, good one. Okay. I like it. Let me move some things around. Yeah, let me send you an invite. We're talking about Mandalorian. Alright, everyone stand by. I am sending a link to another dude, and then we're going to play a game.
There's a backup.
And the game
one, too.
is guess the Mandalorian characters.
Yep.
Is that what it is? Alright. Share screen.
Yep.
And sorry for no nice tonight, guys. I figured giving you a show, no show because I'm absent. So there, right.
Back on the hype train.
Trent's ST. I don't know where he is.
He's
There
here.
he is.
Where's your stash?
Oh, here, I'll put it on.
Yes, the audio was going crazy.
Yeah, I think the sharing the screen is. I think the sharing this going. Was it my audio that was going crazy?
Yes, it's your audio. I think your connection can't handle itself.
Here, how about you pull up the thing from your end? I'll share
Yep,
your
I got
screen
it.
and then I'll reset my router or something.
You don't have to reset your router. I think it's
Alright.
just trying to do too much. All right, I can share my screen. that
No,
a
it's
nice
telling me
little
my
space?
connect is weak. Oh, there you go.
I'm going to share my screen.
Yeah, there's the hype train.
Yo, Mando!
Season 3 hype! Yeah!
All right, there we go. Got it? Can you see it?
All right,
Something you can see it all.
let me add it. Yes.
Cool.
All right, you're in control of this, everyone. We're going to guess the characters.
Can you see the full? There we go.
Yep,
All right,
we got
play
it.
quiz. All right, here we go. Here we go. And I'm on a 5-minute timer. The client.
Okay.
Which one's the client? The client.
Isn't that top
client.
right, second in?
This one?
Yep. Yeah, the old dude.
Is he?
Should be. That's what,
Okay, it was.
let's go.
Yeah.
Pelly.
Would like to hold the baby. Yeah,
Is this
Pelly
Pelly?
Motto.
Yeah.
Yep,
The one that we
that's
don't
Pelly.
like? All right.
That's
Like-
Pelly.
Toro Calican.
Oh, the bounty hunter, 2 left.
Left.
Left, right
Yep.
This one?
there. Yep.
I don't know that one.
He's the bounty hunter that wanted all the rep from defeating Fennec Shand. I actually just watched that one with Alex like a week ago.
All right, Moff.
Oh, easy.
Here.
He's the one to the top left.
The top left.
I'm
Yes.
kidding.
Kara.
Cara Dune.
Who's that? I don't even know who that is.
Middle left. Middle
Where-
left.
Where's she? Where's
Buff
she come
lady.
from?
Yeah,
Buff lady.
Kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't know who she is anymore.
Are you running out the clock?
Grogu. Yes.
The middle,
the
middle.
child.
Middle.
Top.
This one.
Middle top. The one that is
That-
spoken.
That's Grogu as a grown man.
Grown goo.
Grogu. Xian.
Oh, that's the girl.
Yep.
That's the right.
Purple Twi'lek.
This
There
one.
you go. Yes.
Armorer. We go down here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Top right.
What?
Din Djarin. That's
Din
Mando.
Djarin. Omira. I have no
That's
idea,
top-
but
that's
he looks like an
top
Omira.
right. No. It's gotta
No,
be
top
right.
left, right. There you go.
This one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, Doctor. Oh, he
left,
looks like a
left.
Dr. Pershing.
Yeah.
Yes.
IG-11?
Droid.
Yep.
Right here.
It'd be funny if they took a
Cobb,
picture of IG-88 just to
Bottom
mess
right,
with people.
Yeah.
Cobb, Grief, Karga. Right here.
Yes,
Here?
that's the one.
Yeah. Fennec.
Top.
Top. Oh, yes. Boba Fett.
Bottom left.
Ahsoka Tano.
That's the one.
Is it?
Most people spell it Ashoka.
Bo-Katan.
Right.
Right here.
Yep.
Migs. He doesn't look like a Migs.
No, it's the bottom left. Yeah.
Quill. Yay! With 2 minutes to spare. All right, let me get you the other one.
The Client. That was the best one.
It was. This one's gonna be harder. All right.
All right,
Mando
we'll hit this
quotes.
last one and then we'll wrap up the show.
All right, Mando quotes. Got 3 minutes on this. Less time. Okay. I have knowledge that blank hunting is
Bounty.
a complicated.
That's by The Client.
All right, I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in.
Super warm.
I am a Mandalorian.
The child.
Weapons are part of my religion. They all blank you, Mando, because you're a
Hate.
legend.
Yeah, I was gonna say hate.
I was going to type love, but nothing would have worked. I'm not leaving my
It's-
blank up to chance.
Fate, I think.
I'm not leaving my hate up to chance.
No, F-A-T-E. Fate.
Oh,
Or is it life?
yeah. No, it's fate.
Oh, wow.
Yes. All right, I like blank. Good or bad, they're always memorable.
Ooh, what is
We can
that
come back
word
to it.
like?
Our blank is our survival. Our survival is our strength.
Our secrecy.
Nice.
Thank you.
Was
That
it
is set by
fights?
the-
I like fights.
What?
I like fights. Good or bad, they're always memorable.
Do not cast out
Firsts.
upon.
Oh, firsts.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
I like firsts. Good or bad, they're always memorable. All right. Do not cast doubt upon that of what I am, nor whom I shall.
Don't, no.
Nope. Mandalorian is isn't a race. It's a
Creed?
No, Creed, yeah. I was going to say
Yeah.
people. What was I talking about?
Mandalorian and a blank. They'll never see it coming.
Jedi.
I was going to say an Ahsoka. A Mandalorian and an Ahsoka. All right, come on, baby, do the blank hand thing.
Magic? Was it
I don't
magic
think
hand
so.
thing?
Oh, it is.
Ah.
All right, so this is a Mandalorian. I thought they'd be.
Taller?
I was going to say tougher.
I thought I was going to say tougher too.
Bigger?
No. We got 50 seconds. I've got 2 to go. So this is a Mandalorian. I thought they'd be meaner.
Bigger?
Did we do stronger?
Bigger. It is
Yeah,
bigger.
bigger.
All right, last one. Do not
All right,
cast
do
out
not
upon
cast
that
out.
of what I am, nor whom I shall. I'm at a
It's like-
loss. Chat.
What's the synonym
Chat.
for
Chat.
Help.
somebody?
Chat. Help.
Do not cast doubt
Serve.
upon that which I am, but nor whom I
We
shall.
got that.
Oh,
serve. Dale.
There we go.
Yay. With 28
Coming
seconds
in clutch.
to spare. Nice. That was fun.
Wait, was Dale the one that went off to do spreadsheets?
Dale was doing spreadsheets.
And then he came back to come in clutch at the end of the game show. That's so funny. All right, so before we end the show, Sus T, I wanted to get your take. How hyped are you for Mando 3? And do you know when the release date is?
I don't know when the release date is, but I am really excited for it regardless. Mando, like Mandalorian series in general, has been one of my favorites that they've released in the recent years.
Here we go. We're getting on the hype train. It's picking up
Yes,
steam.
there we
Yay,
go.
hey, we're picking up steam here.
But no, I'm really, really excited. I like that it's kind of a mix of storyline with some actual fun, like action sequences, right? As
I'm ready
opposed to
for some fun
just
action.
storyline or just action. You know, like we've been getting in some of the other shows and episodes and all that fun stuff. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I absolutely loved most of the new shows that they put out. Right, not all of them, but most of them. Like Boba Fett was great, except for the part when he was walking around in the desert for 17 episodes.
Which is my favorite part of the show.
That was kind of boring. But you know, I'm excited for it. Mandalorian's always been consistently decent, so I'm really excited.
Cool.
And it's an easy show to get into if you don't know anything about Star Wars.
That's a really good point and something that we haven't brought up yet. It's
Watch
very digestible by the plebes.
So why is it that Boba Fett needed action? Otherwise, it was boring. But Andor did
It
not.
wasn't that it needed action; it was that it didn't have anything ever.
No, but I'm saying like in the desert scenes where you're saying walking around the desert for 17 years, I'm okay with that if there's action. Like I needed something else to happen, but I was okay with nothing happening in Andor.
Oh, okay. But because Andor, we're way more invested in the story and what's happening during that time frame because we all know about Star Wars, so we know what should be happening, and we're seeing for the first time through our own eyes how those movies came into place, how everything took place in the building blocks of the rebellion and all of things like that. So we were all excited for it, and every little thing we would get super, super excited for because it's all brand new to us, but we already know where it leads and where it builds to, so it's nice to see the before factor, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So you're saying it wasn't consequential, and therefore those in between or the more artistic or slow parts of the show needed something else.
I think so.
We're all freaking out about like all of the little minor things no one else cares about because we know everything that is going on. Even if the person who watches the show and has no clue what anything is, they see a brand new Disney show and they're like, oh, let's watch it. They don't know what's happening and they think it's boring or lame and they just don't watch it. But we know all of the characters. We know what they're doing. We know all of the subplots and everything that they're working for. So it makes it a lot more interesting when you actually know about it. As opposed to Mandalorian, where it's awesome in that same way, but you don't need to know Star Wars to enjoy it.
Yeah, that's true. It's very digestible by the masses, which I fully expect that this show will do very well on the ratings. I have a coworker of mine who's been wearing a Mandalorian shirt every day for the last 2 weeks to work because he's so hyped about this show. And I asked him, well, what do you think about Andor? He say, I didn't even know that was a Star Wars show. So it just tells you most people, even if they're super into The Mandalorian, that's their show. That's the masses show. And it's going to sell merchandise. It's going to sell Disney Plus subscriptions. And there's going to be a lot of people that really enjoy it. And I hope I'm one of those people that really enjoy it.
Yep.
So we'll see. They don't recognize Star Killers or Padme's
just the little things
head.
Little things that we notice that most people don't. You know.
Yep.
Like we were all freaking out about Star Killer's outfit in the back, right, in the little back room in the background,
shop.
And no one else would know what it is.
No, you're right, and I'm sure there will be plenty of Easter eggs and stuff for us to enjoy. I am going to let go of my preconceptions, I think, and try to enjoy it.
I am going to say,
but for Dale, I'm going to get on the hype train.
I am going to say as well that Andor put us in the movie. It put us in the show. It's not like we're watching something because every time a new episode would come out, we're thinking, are these people going to survive or are they not going to survive or anything like that? And we're actually ready for something that we're ready for it to happen.
Yep.
Like every single time something would come out or happen or someone would get killed or someone would pop up on screen or a major climax or like a climactic moment that we've all been waiting for. It's like really, really exciting as opposed to
I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm surprised.
I want to love this show by the end of it. I really do. I really, really do. And I'm open to that. If it really, I'm expecting different from Andor. I'm expecting more of the same from Mando 2. But I'm going to also hope that there's going to be some improvement. They're going to take it a little bit more seriously, a little bit less on the corny jokes, and give it some gravity.
Give me
20%
like
put some weight behind it, some real stakes.
Less Disney and 20% more Star Wars. You know, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, you're exactly
your
right.
cough button work.
I know. I have to hit it, then unmute.
Like, can I do it?
All right. Well, that is going to do it for the show. Most of them don't even know what a holocron is. Yep, you are right.
Father Time, do you know what a holocron is?
Breakfast cereal.
Okay, so I'll give you guys a quick I'll give you guys a quick preview of what else I want to do to this show. Oh yes, you are absolutely correct.
Breakfast cereal, yeah.
So I want to have this show have sponsored segments, like a new sponsor each week. But the sponsor will be like Harlow's breakfast cereal. Like Uncle Harlow's breakfast cereal, but like Harlow's. And it'll be an entire commercial like, serve the Empire with every bite.
That's funny.
9 out of 10 generals in the Imperial military recommend Harlow's to their men to keep them nutritious and delicious breakfast before they go out and keep the peace. Like a full commercial. Like, I'd love to make that for, Blue Bantha Puffs. Yep.
Yeah, that would be really funny.
I want to do that for these future shows. So we have,
Harlow's.
like, different segments, and you guys know what I'm trying to do with this. There's a little bit of an afterthought of a show tonight, but I appreciate all of you guys for showing up. Thank you. Yeah, Harlow's O's. Uncle Harlow's O's.
Yeah, it feels good to be back. Feels good to be back.
Yep. All right. Well, you guys all enjoy the rest of your night. Pleasure seeing all of you guys here. Father Time, Sus T, thank you guys for joining.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to have some stuff to talk about next Monday. That's for sure. It's going to be a lot of fun. We got to... Do we know how many episodes?
Yeah, don't worry.
8 episodes again? 6? I don't know. I think another 8 episodes. But either way, I'm very excited. I'm hyped. Because we have stuff to talk about. So, if for nothing else, we'll have stuff to talk about. Then videos to make. So, thank you everyone for stopping by tonight. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your evening. If you've been here from the very beginning of the stream, I really appreciate your time. May the stash be with you, and I will see you wherever I happen to see you in the galaxy.